Good evening. Welcome to the news. United Seychelles says former MNA Wallace Cosgrove, who is the Secretary General of the party, will be his presidential campaign manager as of January next year. In fact, he will be the manager of the party leader during the campaign. The party president, Patrick Emini, gave his explanations after the party made a rotation of its proportionately elected member in the National Assembly. Mr. Cosgrove is replaced by Louisette Marie-Claude Tambou, who made her oath of allegiance today. Mr. Emini says Mrs. Tambou will be another voice in the National Assembly for the people of Cascade who were affected by the December 7th explosion at CCCL last year.
We had a discussion and we felt that this should be a full-time job because he's spending a lot of time in the National Assembly for obvious reasons. But now he has to move on to ensure that things are implemented. Our plan for winning the election is well implemented, is well executed, and he cannot continue in the National Assembly because of that. And the reason why we put that lady, because we feel that the explosion, the CCL explosion on the 7th of December last year, was not only a great calamity for the country, but also a great injustice since then. And these people have been taken for a ride by the government. And there is a need to step up the fight against that kind of attitude. And obviously by putting Madame Tambou there, that will give them a voice in the National Assembly, but that does not mean that we will stop our work to ensure that finally the people of Cascade and the businessmen of Providence eventually receive justice for what had happened and their fair compensation so that there is finality. Okay, we're looking for finality to this affair.
The National Assembly approved a sum of 120,515,547 rupees as the supplementary budget for the year 2023. The motion was approved by LDS members, whilst US members voted against the motion. According to the leader of government business, Bernard Georges, 82,447 rupees were allocated to IECD and 120,433,100 rupees were used by the Ministry of Land and Housing to acquire the lease of Long Island. During the debate, US members argued that the money used to buy the lease of Long Island could have been used for projects that would benefit the general public, whilst LDS members stated that the government had to step in and fix an issue that the previous administration ignored. Within the framework of the 2025 budget allocation for investment programs in the public sector, most of the money has been placed in the portfolio of the Ministry of Land and Housing, followed by the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of Education. Approximately 19 billion rupees have been allocated to build several houses, construction or improvement of roads, new schools, jetties, and sports facilities, among others.
As part of the major capital projects under the 2025 budget allocation, the Ministry of Lands and Housing is going to build 72 housing units at Cap Bonjean, at Ansoyal, and 69 units at Béolier, Port-Glos. The largest expenditure under the Ministry of Transport is costing 32.4 million rupees to improve road conditions on the west coast of Mahé and 30 million rupees to protect infrastructure on the coast. The Ministry of Health has received 87 million rupees to build a new hospital, and the Ministry of Education is going to rebuild the Laddigir School at a cost of 47.6 million rupees. Other projects include the construction of a 42.4 million rupee indoor court at Royal, 45 million rupees for PUC to undertake infrastructure development, and approximately 27 million rupees for SPTC to acquire new buses.
The Seychelles Island Foundation, SIF, once again expressed its opposition to the hotel development project on Assumption Island as it is currently designed. During a press conference recently, the chairperson of the SIF board, Bernard Georges, asked the government and all entities involved in the project to work together to find a solution that will guarantee the conservation of Assumption's environment. The announcement comes as SIF has learned that the planning authority has given its approval to the Island Development Company, IDC, to start construction on the island. In addition, SIF is also concerned about Assets Group marketing campaign for the project.
In addition, SIF is particularly concerned about the Asset Group's marketing campaign, which heavily relies on Aldabar's globally recognized natural assets. The developer's campaign features promotional material showcasing species found on Aldabar that are highly sensitive to human impacts. By associating these species with the Assumption tourism development, the campaign creates unrealistic expectations for visitors, implying they will have access to these experiences and interactions. This approach misrepresents the project's true nature and risks exploiting Aldabar's reputation for conservation to promote a development that does not align with the tourism concept and experience of the Aldabar Group, which includes Astolf, Cosmoledo, Assumption, and Aldabar.
The Ministry of Finance, National Planning and Trade is advising members of the public not to entertain and engage with a fake profile on the social media Facebook platform under the ministry's name, advertising grants for businesses. It says the profile is not affiliated with the ministry's official communication and is attempting to mislead individuals. The Ministry of Finance, National Planning and Trade says actions have been taken to report the fake profile to the relevant authorities. We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching.